All right, Trevor. I want to tell you a little story.
Yeah.
It's like going to be it's a vast epic.
Is there a pirate in it?
No, they're buccaneers.
What's the
But-
difference?
One has a blunderbuss and the other have skull flags.
Okay.
So it's about two, whatever I said before, buccaneer podcasters.
Hey, hang on. Are you making up this story on the spot?
No, this is a epic story that I remember from childhood that I will recite.
I don't know. It kind of sounds like you're making it up. Are you trying to get a favor out of me? Is that what this is?
No, just listen. Two buccaneers that are like to talk to each other, and one of them will always get up and go and get the other one something. It doesn't matter what.
You are trying to get me to do a favor for you.
No, hold on. The other one would go to the oasis because they're just two buccaneers alone and would bring the nectar of the gods, a Baja blast.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
I'm not gonna go out and get a bunch of Baja Blast.
Please, Trevor, please. I just want a Baja blast, please.
He wanted a favor out of it. He's making up the story. I can't believe this.
Fine. We'll just talk about the fall. I want my Baja blast, though.
It is similar because he's making up the story in the movie.
Fine, I guess we'll just talk about the movie.
But thematically, it matches.
I guess we'll just talk about the movie. Relax and Rewind. The fall's up next. All right, we're back once again recording. Trevor won't give me a Baja Blast, but I guess they'll be okay. We'll talk about the fall 2006. Trevor, this was your pick after 3 weeks?
Yeah, I watched it 2 weeks ago, bud.
Yeah, I watched it last night. My bad.
Well,
Because
it was homework for you. Do you think that impacted your enjoyment?
No, honestly, no. We'll get into our watching situation, but yeah, it's been a few weeks since we've recorded Life Aquatic. I think it was 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
It was a while ago. It was about a month ago.
There's more pressing issues getting jobs and whatnot.
So we kind of took a little side break, but we're back. We're talking about the fall, 2006, as Trevor stated, directed by Taram Singh, starring Lee Pace and
Tarsum.
Tarsum.
There's an S in there.
Tarsum.
Tarsum.
Yes. Oh, his full he goes by Tarsum, but his full name is Tarsum Singh. That's why I thought it's Tarsum Singh. Anyways, it's directed by Tarsum.
He's trying to pull a Madonna. Is that what you're telling?
Maybe
he's going one name.
I mean, there's a lot of directors that are like that, but starring Lee Pace and the young actress that I could not pronounce her name.
I'm gonna go with Katinka Untaru.
Sure. But this is 2006, kind of a cult classic. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of go right into it, Trevor.
Let's just jump right into it.
We'll just jump right into it, Trevor. Why did you choose this movie?
So I don't know where where I probably heard of this movie. It's I don't know if you've seen those YouTube channels where I think it's the one guy who's let's count down the 10 best scenes of this nature.
Watch Mojo.
Or no, it wasn't Watch Mojo. It was one where it was 10 movies that use color the best or whatever. And then dude is such a film bro because each one of his videos he gives 5,000 honorable mentions. It's ridiculous. It's we could go with this as our number 10 option, but we went with The Fall or whatever instead. And then he explains why. Yeah. But I think that's where the first instance of me hearing about this movie.
Okay.
So it's kind of that already shows this movie is kind of like a movie for film bros kind of.
Yeah.
It's not a mainstream movie.
Well, it's definitely
Lee Pace is by no means a super, he's not an A-lister.
He's not, and we'll talk about Lee Pace. I definitely think we should have a little conversation about him, but this is definitely like cult classic movie. It's because just even basic, like on the Wikipedia page, it's like it premiered at the 2006 Toronto International Film Festival. Was released on May 9th, 2008 in the U.S. and October 3rd, 2008 in the UK. And it's just not had a lot of distribution and was never on streaming until 2024 when the streaming service Mubi, which I pay for, and Trevor
Pirated?
You skimmed.
I pirated your account.
Yeah, yeah. Is it really pirating when I give you my password? Like,
it could be.
You're a pirate.
From a certain point of view.
I mean, I think honestly this is a good movie to pirate because if you really think about it, it's about pirates.
Not really.
Not really, but it's close. Anyways, yeah, so it's the fall. I know you said that you like kind of saw this on a YouTube video. I have a weird way of how I found out about this movie. So as you know, I have amassed a decent Blu-ray collection.
You could say that.
Yeah, what is it currently sitting at?
You keep pawning them off on me too.
I don't pawn them off on you.
You're forcing me to become a collector.
I pawn all of my duplicates off to you. What was the most recent one that I just gave? What was it called?
You just gave me the Lego Star Wars Yoda special or something.
Yeah, it's called
which I didn't know existed.
What is it called? Let's see. Lego
I mean, I'll take it.
Star Wars. Is it called the Apprentice? The Phantom Apprentice?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Phantom.
What the heck?
Don't worry, guys. This is riveting. Anyways, yeah.
What's the most obscure thing in your collection? What did you say?
I don't know. I really don't. I wouldn't.
Can it be like those movie grabs? Like it's the Criterion Channel that does it, and it's like they bring in like Willem Dafoe or something. Like pick 5 movies.
Here. On my thing, I can sort all my movies by popularity. I'll go to the very last page and tell you what the very last movie of popularity is.
Ooh.
Okay, these are all. I don't even know I don't even know this movie. Hold on, and I own it?
That's funny.
What the fuck? I don't even know what this is. It's called Malevolent from 2002. Stars Lou Diamond Phillips and is directed by Sean Teleleski. I have no clue.
You can't make it up, folks.
I have no clue what this is.
I don't know.
And I own it on Blu-ray? No fucking way. Let's see.
You could always pick it as your
All right, guys, we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to choose at the beginning of the podcast our next movie. It's going to be Malevolent.
We do a good mix of like obscure and like known movies. I mean, we did a Wes Anderson last time, so.
Yeah, and this one I think is a good it's kind of we'll get to I do think it is a very like Wes Anderson-y movie. I think Wes Anderson really likes this movie, but anyways, my whole thing where I found out about this movie is that I was scouring eBay in like the mid 2020 in pandemic. Oh, okay. So I found out the reason why I have Malevolent. It's because I bought it in a Miramax multi-feature fast action pack. It has movies such as Albino Alligator,
what?
Bee Monkey, People I Know, Ordinary Decent Criminal, Malevolent, and the reason why I bought it, Existence, directed by David Cronenberg.
I've at least heard of Existence.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I have it. But Malevolent, I guess, is the most least known movie because.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyways, but as I was saying, I was scouring the, eBay, and I remember seeing this vivid like.
eBay? You actually use eBay?
Yeah. You want to know where I got that Lego Star Wars thing? I got it on eBay.
I thought eBay kind of just went extinct.
No, GameStop tried to buy eBay just recently, and then they just kind of got shut down. But, anyways, yeah, no, I was scrolling through eBay and I saw the poster of this movie and it was the Blu-ray. If you look at the Blu-ray, it's like just the poster of the movie.
Which one are you talking about now?
The Fall. The Fall.
Okay.
The Fall. I'm off Malevolent. Don't worry. But I saw The Fall and I was like, this is very interesting. And I looked a little bit closer. And of course, you know how on eBay it's always like, oh, you can, it's like, whatever. It's like Quentin Tarantino movie, Blu-ray, Kill Bill, Volume 1 or whatever, something like that. It was labeled David Fincher, Spike Jonze Blu-ray, The Fall.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, oh, I'm kind of intrigued. Hold on, David Fincher.
Wikipedia says that they presented it.
So, yeah, it's like I don't know if they're like executive producers or if they're just like, they just were like, screw it.
They're trying to help their buddy Tarsem.
Yeah, it's like, I just saw it and I was like so fascinated, and I never really looked into it until, frankly, 2024 when Mubi was like, guess what, guys?
We gotta know.
We're putting it on stream, and I was like,
so
okay.
Did you see the poster with the mask on it and the face?
Yeah.
So I want to say that poster in particular is giving big fish vibes.
I can see that. I can see what you're saying there. Yeah.
And it's kind of the same vein of movie, same kind of era almost too, where it's like kind of like
Big Fish is I think 2003.
Kind of like a dream-like, what is reality type thing, like dream-like atmosphere.
Yeah. No, but so yeah, that's where I learned about it, and also the Blu-ray now for
the poster conveys that dreamlikeness like a lot.
I like
it.
Yeah, and to get into the movie itself, I think because we've been rambling about my Blu-ray collection and Malevolence and
it's like a black hole of conversation. We just get right back to your collection. Okay, we get it. You're a collector. Okay?
I'm looking at this and I can confirm that B Monkey is also in.
What do you mean
bottom.
B Monkey? What?
It's like, literally just titled B.Monkey.
B.Monkey.
Yeah.
Not like B movie.
No, just the letter B. Monkey.
Is that a person?
Don't know. Never watched
or
it.
a monkey.
I know one of them's directed by Kevin Spacey. I do know that.
Wow.
If I recall.
We don't want to talk about
that.
Anyways, we don't want to get into that.
Is Albino Alligator directed by Kevin Spacey? Let's see.
Why would there?
Yeah, Albino Alligator is directed by Kevin Spacey. So I have a Kevin Spacey directed.
Oh God.
Feature. Maybe that'll be my next pick.
I sincerely hope not. Hope not.
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of got a good cast.
I don't
Matt
care.
Dillon, Faye Dunaway, Gary Sinise, Viggo Mortensen.
Viggo?
Yeah. Emmett Walsh.
Was
Skeet
this
Ulrich?
Was this post group airplane with Bill Clinton and was this before or after that trip, huh?
Produced by Harvey Weinstein,
Ooh.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh man.
What is this?
That's not a good look. No, that's a joke, folks, but well, I don't know. Is the Weinstein one a joke? It's not. The way you're laughing indicates it's not.
So technically speaking, he is not labeled as a producer on here. But
technically speaking,
if you know Miramax is
owned by that guy.
Was owned by, I'm pretty sure. Let's see.
That's when people had television channels, and it wasn't all streaming. Miramax would generally show pretty good stuff, like movie-wise.
Miramax was founded by the Weinsteins.
That's unfortunate. So, I didn't know that.
So it technically was true.
That's unfortunate.
But anyways, let's get off of this. I'm sorry that I derailed it, but we're going back to the Fall.
You're good at that.
Okay.
Yeah, the Fall is a very heartwarming story.
Yeah,
in a way.
I will say this.
I don't know. It kind of goes through like there's an emotional journey for sure.
Here's how you segue it.
Ooh.
Weinstein, Miramax, I feel like if the Fall came out, hold on. If the Fall came out in like 1996 instead of 2006, you would have seen Miramax plastered on that. You would have seen them out there trying to get Oscars for best cinematography, best costuming, best. I think that this movie is a little like lost to time. Like it came out at the wrong time.
2006?
Yeah.
I don't know. What was anyone doing in the big 06? I don't know.
What's the top movies of 06?
That's a good question.
But anyways, we can get into the movie a little bit.
This is a horrible discussion so far.
That's fine.
Anyway,
we're kicking off the rust, you know.
We are.
We're kicking off the rust a little bit, but
getting up after the fall. Am I right?
Yeah. Hey. But anyways,
why do we fall, Bruce?
To pick ourselves back up
again. Yeah.
So
it's a Dark Knight reference.
As we said, this is directed by Taram. Sorry.
Tarsem. There's an S in there.
God, I'm sorry. But I have my notes.
Well, I was just looking at other movies he's made, and
oh, we can. Yeah, you want to talk about Tarsem?
Yeah, I do for a second because he also made The Cell, which is kind of rated low on IMDb, but is very notorious for use of color. Yeah. And I kind of want to watch it, honestly.
It's also the same thing of a cult classic.
Yeah.
Like it really is. And then
Mirror Mirror, which I've never heard of.
Mirror Mirror is a Julia Roberts
2012 feature.
Pretty sure. Yeah, it's Wait, hold on.
Is that something to do with
it's a Julia Roberts
the Snow White legend.
Yeah,
comes
Lily
alive.
Collins. Yeah, Lily Collins movie that's like Snow White. Directed or produced by Melania director Brett Ratner. Trevor, your favorite movie of 2026,
oh my god,
right?
this video is man, right? We're falling into some whirlpools.
And Ryan Kavanaugh.
Awfulness.
Ryan Kavanaugh. I'm reading.
Oh Jesus.
Brother of Brett Kavanaugh.
Are you kidding? Oh my god.
It's actually not. Wait, hold on. I am gonna check this though. It's definitely. I don't.
We should just assume it is. Because
I don't
why
think
not?
it is.
Why not?
Under this Ryan Kavanaugh, according to Forbes, has been previously featured on their billionaires list in 2013. Kavanaugh's net worth fell below $1 billion once Relativity Media filed for bankruptcy in 2015. As of 2020, Kavanaugh has been a regular donor to the Republican Party.
I don't like where this conversation's going. Tarsom's kind of in the wrong crowd, it sounds like.
Kavanaugh expressed his intentions to move back to both his residence and business to Florida due to LA's progressive governance, rising crime, and homelessness. Wait, he has a podcast.
Everyone's got a podcast these days, am I right?
This is kind of fun. Hold on.
Well, another movie he made.
Hold on. Kavanaugh was targeted by extensive extortion plot that was mainly aimed at business executives, including Harvey Weinstein.
Oh my God! What? What? This is like a weird little rabbit hole.
Yeah. Oh my God. He was arrested for a DUI.
Cool. Love that.
Sick, bro.
Yeah.
He also produced Mirror Mirror.
Thought this is America.
He also produced the iconic movie 43, and he is
that is not a good credit to have.
He has a movie coming out here in the next year. You ready for this? Starring Casey Affleck, Pete Davidson, Gal Gadot,
what?
Isla Fisher,
Ela?
Finn.
Is it Ela? You don't say the S.
Ela Fisher.
Sorry.
Finlay Robertson.
What a collection.
Directed by Doug Liman. Who? You ready for the name of this movie?
Hit me.
It's an upcoming American biographical thriller film titled Bitcoin.
And Pete Davidson's in it.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson was in the Dumb Money movie.
Yeah.
Guy has interests, I guess.
Anyways, back to the fall.
I was just gonna say that Tarsem made Dear Jassy, which was at TIFF in 2023. Was that when you were there?
No, I was at TIFF in 2022. So
Well, you missed it by 1 year. Maybe you would have seen it.
Yeah, this would have been this would have been the year after. He did win the platform prize though for it, so maybe he's back. Get him on a Marvel deal.
Is that his only 4 credits, like directing?
No. He also directed directed 6 movies, I think. A movie called Selfless.
Self/less.
Yeah, starring is that Ryan Reynolds and Ben Kingsley, and a movie titled Immortals, which I think that's Henry Cavill.
He made a Pepsi Bavaria short in 2006. It's probably same year as The Fall. You did a commercial or something with David Beckham.
Oh my gosh.
And Roberto Carlos.
So anyways,
how cool.
This is really going off the rails, I think.
No, he started off in Pepsi commercials, like straight up. Because he did Pepsi commercials in 2004. He did a short in 2005.
Oh, he also directed.
That's kind of so that he launched his career off Pepsi commercials. It seems like,
and Coca-Cola.
That's crazy.
He does. Looking at this, I wouldn't be surprised if he was like in the same. He's
okay. I lied. He did The Cell before that, but like The Cell, I don't think was received well. So they're probably like, all right, you can't do any movies for a while.
Well, it definitely.
He directed the Losing My Religion video.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, mind blown. Okay, this is kind of why. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I should have listened to our Steve Zissou at the end episode, because I was like, I watched that video about directors that started in music videos.
Yeah,
that's kind of what led me to think of The Fall again, because of Tarsum Singh. He started with music videos.
So it's and honestly, looking at the times, I wouldn't be surprised if he was. It makes a lot of sense that both Spike Jonze and David Fincher were like presenting this movie, because they were probably running in the same circles.
They were
very much in the same circles.
Straight up, because I watched a video by Patrick H. Willems on YouTube, who I think still has less than 1 million subscribers. He's a good YouTuber. Should probably subscribe to him. He makes good stuff. But he had this video about a director starting out with like music videos and commercials, like Pipeline thing, and he was kind of getting into why like movies suck now. Because
you're right. Patrick H. Willems only has 620,000 subscribers. Damn.
Well, it was talking about like why music videos suck now, actually, and it's because they don't have any cultural relevance. It was a really good video.
Yeah,
would recommend. But he was kind of explaining how a lot of these guys just worked at the same company. Yeah, which is crazy. We're talking about like a building with like immense amounts of talents. Like it's kind of like it's the same deal with like music and like the like London and like, you know, that era, like 50s, 60s, 70s, where like you just happen to be in the right place at the right time, and everyone just like worked together. Like there's a very good documentary about the guy who made like all the album art for like
are you talking
Pink
about
Floyd?
I was gonna say, are you talking about Squaring the Circle?
It might be that one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's the same sort of thing. You just happen to be in the scene, and that's where you get your thing.
Well, and like I think
that's kind of cool.
It is very interesting, especially when you see who the writer of this is. Also, we did mention that Dan Gilroy is the writer of this, who is like, you know, technically like his brother is probably a lot more famous than him, technically, because his brother is Tony Gilroy, who is the writer of
dude, Dan Gilroy helped write some episodes of Andor.
Yeah, that's his brother Tony Gilroy created Andor.
Oh my god.
But Dan Gilroy, this
also is Velvet Buzzsaw. We don't care about that.
Yeah, but he also wrote Kong Skull Island and the most
that's not a flex. Kong Skull Island's not. That's bad.
I like Kong Skull Island.
Kong Skull Island sucks, dude.
I like Kong Skull Island. And he's I guess he's attached to or Dan Gilroy is attached to write Miami Vice 85.
Okay,
which do you know about Miami Vice 85?
Sorry, you mentioned Kong Skull Island. I just gotta say, Tom Hiddleston and Kong Skull Island might as well be a plank of wood.
Okay.
I think he was directed that way.
All right, I think I know what I'm choosing.
Please don't.
We're choosing a triple feature:
Dan-
Bee Monkey,
No, but
Malevolence, and Kong Skull Island.
Dan Gilroy is also credited as a writer for Nightcrawler. Dude,
That's the other thing. He is also the director of Nightcrawler.
Dude,
he's also the director of Velvet Buzzsaw.
That's crazy. Well, yeah.
So it's
Real Steel, story by Dan Gilroy.
Oh hell yeah, I love Real Steel.
Real Steel.
Love Real Steel. But that was like
2 for the money. I've never seen that.
But like looking at a lot of these names, it's like Dan Gilroy is working. He's one of 2 credited writers for this Miami Vice 85, which is Joseph I don't know how do you say his last name? Kosinski. If you don't know who Joseph Kosinski is, here's his top 3 on Letterboxd: F1, Top Gun Maverick, and Tron Legacy. And he's making Miami Vice with Austin Butler and Michael B. Jordan.
Wow.
So Dan Gilroy is like a really well-known screenwriter, really like respected. This is presented by Spike Jonze, another, like we were saying, a really famous music video director. At this time he had already put out, I think, 3 of his films. Did he? Wait. No, he wouldn't have put out Where the Wild Things Are, but he put out Being John Malkovich, and he would have already had an adaptation out.
I love Where the Wild Things Are.
Fincher had already had Fight Club at this point, already had 7. Like he'd probably be working on Zodiac at this point too. So it's like, so he's big name. How is this not bigger hit?
I don't know.
Like genuinely, it definitely is probably the distributing.
Well, I clicked on the other guy, Nico Sultanakis, and I guess he has kind of followed Tarsem. He's like worked on usually as a producer on like all of Tarsem's stuff.
Oh, this was distributed by Roadside Attractions. That's probably why. It's Alliance. Yeah, it was owned by Alliance. Yeah, their top 10 highest grossing movies.
Let's be. How would you?
I can only imagine.
Can you imagine trying to market this film?
If this was
that would be hard.
Straight up, honestly, this goes into the point that I was saying, is that I think this movie was not like, it came out like almost like 10 years too early, but also 10 years too late. Because like straight up, I could see this being like, because like there's movies like Climax. Do you know about Climax? The Gaspar Noé film from 2018, I think. Distributed by A24. Like I could see if this movie had come out like 2 years, like.
Oh, can you hear that? Sorry.
Just watching the trailer. I'm
watching the trailer for the fall because I'm interested to see how like it was marketed.
Honestly, yeah. While you watch that, I mean, it's we'll do a little commentary on this. Hold on. I mean, there's not a lot of like.
This should be well known in the same realm as like Guillermo del Toro. Like,
yeah, it definitely gives del Toro vibes.
That's what I'm thinking, because I just got huge Pan's Labyrinth vibes. Watching part of this trailer.
See, watching this trailer is that they didn't start with
the fade to black every 2 seconds and make it seem like it's a dramatic action movie or something, which I don't know if that's
that's the thing, is that this is, I think the first few bits of the trailer are just that him telling her the story, and then it goes into the actual like story sequences. When you could give this trailer, like, it could be a 1-minute teaser trailer. Not Fincher and Jones presents. So,
and when you're right. He does just go by his just Tarsem. He's trying to pull a Madonna, but it definitely put Fincher and Spike Jonze ahead of him. Like to kind of get this film to have eyes on it, I guess.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, but there's like, it's leaning a little too heavily into the fantasy sequences, but not. I mean, we're not watching it with sound, but like, it's not saying anything of like, oh, this is the story. It also gives away a lot of the plot just from the visuals.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, that's all trailers though. Really.
Yeah.
Roger Ebert said it was magnificent.
Yeah, that's the pull quote on the Blu-ray.
Just one word.
Yeah, it's just as the
Though,
magnificent.
am I wrong in saying they kind of use like the Godfather font?
Yeah, I think so.
It kind of looks like the Godfather font. But yeah, I think the trailer kind of makes it seem like it's a little more action packed than it is.
Yeah.
Somewhat the top comment on YouTube, Peter Jackson saw this film and became a fan of Lee Pace, and later cast him as Thranduil in The Hobbit.
I was gonna say, so this goes into the other thing. I think.
Thank you, random
You
YouTuber.
you said Lee Pace, and I want to talk about Lee Pace because we talked about Fincher Jones, Tarsum, Gilroy. How was this not marketed? And I like this. How was this not a bigger hit? And I think like also
all the YouTube comments are like, "Hell yeah, this rocks."
I mean, I think a lot of people probably watch this movie. If you watch it, you're like, "Oh, this is pretty good." But like Lee Pace, I want to talk about Lee Pace.
Go ahead.
This is his third movie. This is his third credited film. His first one is in 2005, The White Countess, and in 2006 there's a movie called Infamous, which is a Truman Capote biopic.
Wow.
And then Truman Capote.
Sorry, what were you saying? I got mesmerized.
Lee Pace.
Yes.
This is his third credited feature, and he's the lead of it.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, he's in like a Law and Order episode here and there. But even before this, he like before like this is literally the first thing people are seeing him in. Like I said, it's
no. Most people saw him as Ronan the Accuser. That was the first thing they saw him in the Marvel movies.
What I'm getting at is this would have been the first thing that he would have been.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
In a sense, seen him because before this, this movie is before he became a leading role in a show that I know is like a cult hit called Pushing Daisies, where he plays a guy who can revive and like old dead things.
Lee Pace has such a cool voice. His voice is deep, and it's a cool voice. And I'm going to say my hot take that I said before we started recording. Avengers Endgame, okay? They messed the whole thing up with the time travel and then having Thanos from 2014 come into 2022 or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And because 2014 Thanos is a different character at that point, you know what I'm saying?
Wait.
That would have been a good time to have Lee motherfucking Pace come in as Ronan the Accuser, steal the Power Stone or whatever because of time travel shenanigans. They mess up the time heist. And then Ronan's the bad guy for Avengers Endgame. Would that not be extremely lit?
I'm still thinking about Lee Pace.
That would have been really lit. I'm just saying. And then Lee Pace would have become a superstar because everyone would know him. And he's so cool.
Yeah, but that's if that's Endgame, that's 2019.
Whatever.
That's like before that. He's already been in Guardians at that point.
Yeah, I guess he's Thranduil in The Hobbit.
So looking at...
He's cool. He's great as Thranduil.
I have seen maybe one Hobbit. I saw the first
I don't know
Hobbit.
if I'm saying his name right.
Is he one of the dwarves?
No, he's like the Elf King. He's literally
that.
Legolas's dad, I think.
I did not see... I don't remember him.
Well, all you need to know is that The Hobbit forced Legolas into the story when he just wasn't in the book.
Well, I have read the book. I do know that. I have read the book.
They added so much bloat to it and then made it a trilogy instead of like what probably should have been like a two-parter.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Anyways, so I'm looking at Lee Pace and his Wikipedia page, and he has an awards and nominations. He was nominated for a Golden Globe like 2 years before this. So he probably got the fall being like, oh, I'm a Golden Globe nominated actor. He was nominated for Best Supporting Actor in Series, Miniseries, or Television Film for a movie called Soldier's Girl, a Showtime film that starred Barry is a private in the 101 Airborne Division of the United States Army stationed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
Boring.
While Calpurno works as a showgirl at a transgender review in
Oh my
in
God.
Nashville, Texas. Troy Garrity
Nashville. There's a
and-
Nashville, Texas.
and Lee Pace are the two leads, and Lee Pace plays Calpurnica, the showgirl at a transgender review.
That kind of
So-
reminds me of what's his name? Someone else did like a movie where they were in drag. It's like a really well-known actor.
There's a lot.
Well, yeah, there's a lot. That just reminds me. I don't remember who it was, but I think it was someone we talked about on one of our podcast episodes. To be honest,
I don't remember, but anyways, I guess it was. I mean, Soldier's Girl. There's a Wikipedia for Calpurnica, or Calpurnia. I don't know. I mean, she's a real person.
Oh,
So
it's like a true story.
Yeah, it looks like it's a true story. So I mean,
Well, how much of an honor would it be to be portrayed by Lee Pace? I think that'd be great.
But like, so he probably got the fall based on like So at this moment, you have an Oscar-nominated director in Spike Jonze.
Yeah,
Because he was nominated. I'm pretty sure he was nominated.
well, he didn't direct this movie.
No, I know what I'm saying is going back to the point of like how crazy that this movie is not like
Well, I mean,
was not more well known.
Google says it's a cult classic now.
Well, yeah, it's a cult classic, but that's the same thing.
Do you want to hear why it didn't do well at the box office?
Sure.
It had to go up against a little known movie by Martin Scorsese, The Departed.
The Departed? No way. Did it come out the same weekend?
It came out. Okay, the 5 highest grossing fall 2006 films. I guess The Fall came out in the fall.
It said on here.
Less Google AI is being stupid, but
yeah, I mean it came out in May. It says in the United States.
okay, well,
I'm pulling up box office.
this is why you
Mojo.
can't really trust Google AI answers anymore. But it does. It says that The Departed open season. You know the animated movie?
Yeah, the animated one.
Well, The Departed made 94.2 million. Open
So
season
I'm on-
78.2.
So I'm on the
Jackass #2.
That's a great movie.
The Guardian and Saw 3. So it had some competition. And The Prestige, it looks like.
So this is. So
I can see
this
why
is
people forgot about this one.
So this is its opening weekend.
Okay.
The opening weekend for The Fall. It opened at number 29.
I'm stupid. This is just fall movies from 2006.
Anyways.
Google is dumb. I'm trying to
Wait, did
ask
this,
a specific.
wait, hold on.
Well, it
no.
has a picture of The Fall. What the
So
hell?
The Fall was released at TIFF in 2006. It released in the United States in 2008. So 2 years later.
What?
Yeah, I'm miss.
Okay,
I
well,
said that earlier, but I totally didn't even understand.
Literally cut out
So-
that nonsense I was talking about.
So here is, like I said, it opened at number 29.
Wow.
Yeah, it opened this was opening day. Or let me go. Actually, hold on. I know this is single day. Give me a second. I'm going to go weekend. So, weekend 2000.
I feel so stupid.
All right,
It
so
just
this
showed
was
me fall 2006 movies.
So it was also this was September. Did I say September? Yes, it was May. It was in May of 2008. Oh my gosh, I can't. Box Office Mojo can kind of go suck it because Jesus. All right, so that's March. Never mind. May 9th through the 11th. So here's what opened the same week as The Fall. The Fall opened to number 34, by the way.
Jesus.
At $79,611. In between
Wow.
U2 3D
Concert movie?
and a movie called Priceless, which starred. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know who the stars is. It's a like a French film. Yeah, it's like a French film that opened. Okay, never mind.
French Nouveau?
It opened at 34. The top 5 box office of that week. Number 5, the Tina Fey, Amy Poehler comedy Baby Mama, in its 3rd weekend, made $6 million that weekend.
Yeah.
In number 4, in its 2nd weekend, the Patrick Dempsey rom-com Maid of Honor, not M-A-I-D,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
M-A-D-E.
Yeah.
Number 3, taking it all the way back to
Hit me.
our second episode ever.
What?
Motherfucking Speed Racer coming in at number 3.
This is unacceptable.
$18 million.
It did
baby.
that poorly with that see, like if it actually came out in the US in 2006 and it was competing against The Departed, like I Googled told me it was, that would make more sense.
That was number 3, and that was in its first weekend.
We're talking about Speed Racer and
Speed
Maid
Racer
of Honor.
was in number 3.
Whatever. That's stupid.
Number 2 is a Cameron Diaz, Ashton Kutcher rom-com called What Happens in Vegas. That opened at 20 million.
It was competing against rom-coms, and it did terrible.
That opened to 20 million. Well, you also got to look at the theaters.
That's crazy.
All these opened. The top 5 opened to at least 2,500 theaters. The Fall opened at 9 theaters.
Well, that's not too many.
And number 1 in the box office, still number 1 from the week before. They should have tried harder,
I guess.
Still number 1 from the week before, had a 50% drop. It's in its 2nd week, distributed by Paramount Pictures. Made $51 million and was the start of a franchise that has made over billions.
What?
Iron Man. Iron Man was number 1 the weekend the Fall came out.
Okay, that's good competition.
So
there we go. There's something. Makes a little more sense.
That kind of makes a little more sense. Like I said, it's the theater thing as well, and it definitely seems like it has not had a lot of distribution, and that goes into what I've been saying. Is like, if this came out now, like, or even that this came out in 2016, I could see someone like A24 or I think Neon at that point was. Let me check. Neon.
Movie people, we love talking about A24 and Neon.
Well, what I'm saying, but that's like the thing as well, is that even though now, yeah, Neon would not have been founded around 2016. It was founded in January 13th of 2017. But like, if it came out 10 years later, it would have been.
Doesn't scream A24 and Neon to me. It seems more like a New Line Cinema kind of movie to me.
Oh my gosh!
Don't
bring up New Line Cinema. We just watched a New Line Cinema movie. That's
what I felt like. I don't know.
But like anyway, but that's what I'm kind of saying, is that like this is a movie that you could see going to like TIFF and then being like, I need a distributor, and A24 being like, hey, we kind of like your style. We could probably sell like, maybe like a mask or something, like how they've been doing so often.
Are you trying to say that these kind of small distributors are important to the industry? Because I don't.
Yeah, I think
I don't disagree.
They are.
I don't disagree.
But like, I mean, just looking at what came out in.
They get a lot of credit just for distributing stuff, though.
Yeah.
They didn't make it.
But that's the thing, is like at the same time, like
they're big enough now where they can produce stuff.
Yeah,
though.
Distributing though is how you
that's how you become a producer.
Is how you become, because like here's what they released in 2016. A24, they released The Witch by Robert Eggers.
Mm-hmm.
They released The Lobster by Yorgos Lanthimos, De Palma by Noah Baumbach and Jake Paltrow, Swiss Army Man, the Daniels first feature
I like Swiss Army Man
with Paul Dano and Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh yeah.
Moonlight, the Best Picture winner, by Barry Jenkins, and Mike Mills's 20th Century Women. So like, even though it's like all around, like those are not like, in a sense, like stylish as The Fall, I could see a lot of stuff like, possibly someone like A24 picking it up and being like, this is art. This is like, you kind of get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like, it could have been picked up. And I think it just was, it's right in the middle where it's like 2006, 2008, where it's like, nobody's gonna see it, and it's even with like
dude,
Fincher and Jones's name attached to it. It's not.
I think more people are becoming aware of this movie for sure. It's got that cult following status, which is great. Because even if it didn't really make its money at the box, like it's been validated over time.
And to also go with like Lee Pace, I'm like, this is such a movie star role that someone like A24 could market, and I think I'm gonna go out on kind of like a hot take here. I want to say, actually, you know what? Before I do that, let me look up.
Can I throw out like maybe a criticism?
Sure.
So the movie works because of the relationship between Lee Pace's character and the little girl. That stuff is amazing. It's great. That's the core of the movie. When he's telling the story and he's making up the characters in the story, I mean, there's one guy who literally doesn't talk. Okay. And then, do any of the side characters really do much for you?
No, not at all. But even
I don't
then,
know.
it's like, but I think that only elevates Lee Pace's performance. And honestly, looking at, like I said, I'll say hot take. After looking at what this like list is, if marketed correctly, I could see Lee Pace possibly getting a Best Actor Oscar.
This movie, like we just looked at the trailer, like this is hard to market. Come on,
it's hard to market, but like I'm saying, it's like I look at it this way: A24 or Neon, they've marketed the shit out of like The Brutalist. They've marketed the shit, which is a
marketing is important, man.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, if I told you there is a movie out there that is a 3.5 hour Holocaust survivor who comes to America and starts to as like an architect, and he starts to build, and he is like entranced by like a
your words bore me. Does the trailer have that sound in it?
But
are there explosions in the trailer?
There's not explosions, but that brutal, like using a Brutalist as an example, it's like, okay, 3.5 hour long movie.
It felt
about
like people were buzzing
a drama.
About it. You're right.
Yeah, it's like
for a 3.5 hour drama. That's pretty crazy.
And A24 took it and they made it. They added the score. They made it a good trailer and everything, and it made money.
I love what A24 is doing for the Backrooms marketing.
Oh my god, we're not talking about the Backrooms.
Yes, we are. Well, not in this episode, but anyway.
But like
we should do a special episode about the Backrooms. Your opinion be damned. But
anyway, but what I'm saying is, it's genuinely.
It's a tough thread to needle.
The Brutalist.
It's a tough needle to thread. Sorry, I said it backwards.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Is like,
what do you market? It's not an action
movie. If marketed correctly, though, like I said, The Brutalist was a hard movie to market. Yet it made $50 million worldwide through A24's marketing.
How many fantasy movies are there? If you think about it, like, it's a weird question, but like, usually, okay, you got your action movies, you got your comedies, you got your dramas. Fantasy is weird because that could be anything.
Yeah, it's fantasy is weird to market, but A24, like I'm saying, is like Neon and A24, they've marketed the shit out of even their like most basic like.
I tell you what, I'd love the challenge of being the guy who has to create the marketing materials for like a movie like The Fall. That'd be cool.
I'm just looking up.
I think you have to go maximalist on the visuals. Really sell it as a visual movie.
I'll put it this way: when you said fantasy, the immediate one that came to mind was in using like a A24 movie, The Green Knight. The Green Knight is a hard movie to market.
I don't think it was a good movie in general.
I know you didn't like it.
Debatable.
I know you didn't like it, but I loved it.
It was interesting.
It made $18 million worldwide. The Fall made $3 million.
2006 money, but yeah.
It's 2006.
Which is worse.
2000. No, that's not 2006. It's 2008.
2008 money.
So
it's even less.
So
think about it.
Well, on here it's saying January 1st to June 19th, 2009, which I don't know. Box office.
Did it have like a bunch of weird random runs? Maybe.
Probably.
But it was like already after the movie.
But that's what I'm saying is like something like, I know we've talked about The Brutalist and all that, but like even like it's not a Marty Supreme, but like
no.
looking at some of these like festival features that come from A24 and Neon and a lot of the smaller
This
ones
is
that
world cinema.
It is.
Not. It literally was not filmed anywhere in the Americas.
But that's what I'm. Really, it wasn't even filmed in.
Nope.
For the parts in Los Angeles.
The parts that's supposed to be Los Angeles is in Cape Town, South Africa. It looks like. Which.
But even then, it's like this is such a like. It goes into my point that this is made. I think this was made just at a wrong time for it to be profitable. And I think it shows now, especially with like a lot of movies. Like, I mean, we went and saw earlier this year, we saw No Other Choice, which is a South Korean film. And, you know, it's like that was marketed a lot. Our theater was packed when we went and saw it.
The people yearn for world cinema.
But that's what I'm saying is that it's like, I think it was just because in the 90s as well, and this goes into my thought with like the Miramax and stuff.
It is interesting the way that's changed because Korean films, you never heard of Korean films as an American before, you know what I'm saying? But now they're infiltrating into those spaces.
I know we were making fun of like Harvey Weinstein and stuff.
This movie's in English, so you'd think it wouldn't.
I know we're kind of making that joke of like Miramax, but Miramax was kind of a.
Hate to say it, they were kind of a cool company.
They were very very forefront with.
Whenever we would go through phases. Just as an anecdote, we'd go through phases where we'd have like movie channels, probably because my parents wanted to watch The Sopranos or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'd have HBO, but like it would always come as a bundle with some other movie channels. So at one point we had Miramax, and they would always be showing some cool movies and whatnot. Some questionable stuff after midnight.
Well, yeah.
But anyway,
but I said, what I'm saying
it was
is like,
an interesting. They were. I don't know. They weren't just showing basic ass movies. I feel like, but
yeah,
what do I know?
But like what I'm saying is, well, like Miramax in the 90s. I mean, these are the same people that put out My Left Foot from the UK/Ireland. Though I mean, it's kind of not well known now, but like, or it's well known now, but like, this is also They also distributed Cinema Paradiso, which is one of them like, well known. Oh my God, what country is it from? Is it France? No, it's not France.
Well, speaking of countries in the whole world, can I?
No, it is France.
Can I read off the locations they filmed in? I'd love to. Off of Wikipedia.
I mean, I was gonna. I'm gonna make my point quickly about Miramax.
Okay, make your stupid point.
But what I'm saying is, like, Miramax was. I know we're making fun of it, but like, Miramax was very forefront with a lot of these movies. A lot of U.S. distribution came through of like Pedro Almodovar, who is a Spanish director. Got his first feature, Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down. I'm pretty sure that's his first feature, if I recall.
You know what's another thing?
But that's distributed by Miramax. What I'm saying is, like, if this movie had come out in 1996, I think Miramax would have picked it up. It would have gotten a release, and it could have. It was produced by. I'm pretty sure it was produced in participation with like India. Is it India or?
A lot of it was filmed in India.
A lot of it was filmed in India, but it's like produced in correspondence with like the Indian government or the French government or
this
stuff like that.
Movie doubles as like a tourism expose.
But like that's the thing is like a lot of these movies, especially ones that came out from Miramax with the U.S. distribution, ended up going to get nominated for Best Foreign Feature or getting nominated for like best script, best cinematography. I mean, the biggest example of this is them in, oh my God, let me find it. Yeah, in 1998, it went on to, they distributed a movie called Life is Beautiful, which kind of similar to The Brutalist that I was saying, which is a Holocaust film.
Oh, geez.
Goes on to win the Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Feature. It was nominated for Best Picture, and it was, I'm pretty sure, also nominated for Best Original Screenplay.
Here's a question.
It was nominated for Best Director, Best Actor, Best Original Screenplay, Best Foreign Language Feature, Best Film Editing, Best Music, and Best Picture. I could see, like I said,
are movies in English, but like from Canada, for example, are those like treated the same way?
Yeah, they are.
Is it like
no, Canada has been nominated for Best Foreign Feature.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
I think the only one that's, I think the UK does it too. Like you can like Hamnet this year.
Yeah.
Like
that would be an international film.
It would.
Still.
It could. I don't know if it could.
It should be considered one if it was in the UK, right?
I don't know if it could, but like, that's the whole thing with like the Oscars. That's very very weird. But anyways, that's my point of like,
well,
this movie, and I think it could have led Lee Pace into kind of a starring role, and I'm very upset because he's really good in this movie.
I like him as an actor. I will say I liked that era when it felt like individual channels, individual companies felt like they had their own personalities.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously with the stupid Warner Brothers merger that's just probably already locked in and has happened at this point. By the way, I got to do something to make my I have a couple stocks. They're probably worth like $100. And I only had like $7 worth of dividends, so I literally didn't even have to report it at my taxes because it only made $7. But I have to do something to show that like I'm claiming my own shares because like Warner Brothers bought like 3 companies or whatever, and now it's merged. It's all like a cluster F, right? I have to do something to claim my own shares back, or else the state will just take them.
Jeez,
which is pretty stupid. And they're not worth that much, but it's probably worth doing that. But I was just gonna say I liked when channels felt like they had individuality and like personality, and now it's gonna be like 2 companies.
Yeah, it's a monopoly.
It's gonna be like 2 companies, and then also like the couple smaller ones like A24 and Neon. That's pretty much it.
But
how lame.
And what I was kind of getting at with, and that's
which
maybe
maybe that will make international films kind of go off more because they're not owned by the same 2 companies.
And that's that's the other thing with
maybe
with some of these stars, especially like you look at oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of like the foreign feature that just won a few.
I don't know.
Anyways, like there a lot of the foreign features have kind of come in and get nominated for Best Picture, and you see a lot of these like foreign actors go off and they go and do American features. I know it's not a film, but I mean they have is it Lee Bin Hyung? Who is in Squid Game. I'm gonna double check. Hold on.
Everything's connected, man.
Yeah, Lee Bin Hyung, who is
I love the Squid Game reference in
Squid
Mortal
Game.
Kombat that we saw last night.
Yeah.
That was pretty
But
awesome.
he's in Squid Game, he's in No Other Choice, and he's like really well known. You have Lee Jong-jae, who was in Squid Game and then goes on his literal next project after Squid Game, or he does like a few South Korean stuff, but like his first big US debut is a Star Wars project in The Acolyte. Yeah, it's not the biggest Star Wars project, but there's that crossover. I mean, Bong Joon-ho is a good director who has crossed over. Yorgos Lanthimos is a good director who has crossed over.
I don't like Yorgos as much as
I know you don't like him, but you can but you can't deny that that crossover into American features.
Yeah, it does seem like it's a little more prevalent.
Definitely is a little more prevalent.
I think that people are yearning for new ideas, different stuff. We're so used to the same slop. I think things have taken a hit. Something like The Fall, if it came out now, it'd probably be a lot bigger, I think. You're right.
But going to
I don't know that
with Tarsum.
I don't know if it would be like instantly like I don't know if it would do that much better. It'd do better. I don't know if it wouldn't break
that's what I'm
books or
saying
anything.
with like even then it's like Tarsum getting this movie distributed, especially with like David Fincher and Spike Jonze behind it. I mean,
definitely demonstrates he's a director, man.
Yeah.
He can make movies.
And like that definitely
He
was.
should probably
I mean,
be able to do more things.
He made The Cell, which kind of was his like, okay, that's his calling card, and like The Fall is next, and then he goes on to make Immortal and Mirror Mirror. So he does have that. He did have that kind of like a break into U.S. In like English films, but I mean, he never really left because he had, The Cell is not a foreign feature, but it's very weird because it feels like this movie feels like it's such a based in foreign feature that I think like I said, it's now would have gone off and done a lot more and would have led to Lee Pace probably being a bigger star. And that's my biggest point to this is that I'm like, he could have been a bigger star. And I'm very like
we're beating a dead horse, I think. A little bit.
Well, I'm trying to
I want to segue into like the actual filming locations.
Okay.
Because that's a huge part of what makes The Fall really unique and interesting to look at. So like I said, a lot of those places, the hospital that's supposed to be in Los Angeles is really South Africa.
Yeah.
I will say a note of mine, I really liked the pop of color with the teal painted walls in the hospital. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
Like that. I like just like a random wall color. Can you imagine if the wall was just brown?
Did
they make that set or was it like an existing building?
I'm gonna let you finish your thought on this, and I wanted before we go into the awards because I don't think just kind of talking about this movie we need like I don't know if we can really talk about like the in-depth like scene by scene and plot because it's such a
I can summarize it in one sentence real quick if you want.
I mean we can do it after this.
Okay. So and then like I wish they spent more time at this particular location, but have you ever heard of Deadvley?
No, I have not.
So it's a very famous location. It's in Namibia. Do you know what continent that's on, Sean?
Isn't that
geography?
Namibia.
Namibia. Namibia.
Is that an African country?
It is an African country.
Yeah,
Good job. It a lot of the words in that country are weird because it used to be a German colony. So you can imagine what a weird cultural mix it is. German and like Southwest African. And the Namib Desert. So the location that they filmed in, I can't even say that word, but there's like it's where sand dunes get close to the ocean there, and it's in the Namib Nakluft National Park, and it's that spot where like you see all the dead trees. So you got like the really flat sand baked ground, the dead trees which are petrified from being in the desert, and then the sand dunes, and they catch the sun when the sun's setting, so it
becomes that orange color,
a crazy orange color. Amazing location. What a beautiful look. And they only spend like a minute there. Less than.
Well, and that's like
it's like 20 seconds.
That's a lot of this movie is that they spend a lot of... And that goes into that it's like this vast sweeping film that deserves to watch on a big screen.
So like me seeing this video in like top 10 uses of color type videos, and then also the cult kind of following this movie has gathered, I kind of had a lot of hype going into this. And I will say the use of color is amazing. Of course, the costumes are amazing. I will say I was a little bit disappointed with how much they spent in desert locations where everything just gets washed out. Because you obviously like that location in Namibia, you have the brilliant backdrop of like the orange sand dune. But there's some other locations. I want to say, let's see where they might be. I think maybe some of the locations in one said like a moonscape. Yeah. Somewhere in like India, just like super gray, just washed out. I was like, And then they kind of spent a lot of time there. It's like, man, it's really washed out and gray. It's literally called moonscape. near a monastery in India. It's in India.
Mm-hmm.
It makes the other color pop a lot. It's like when they're in that caravan with the bright red covering.
Yeah.
Makes the red pop a lot more, sure. But it's just like 90% of the screen is just gray now. It's like, eh.
Well, and that I think that leads into
that's a small complaint from me.
Yeah.
I know, who cares what I say.
I think this leads into one of my things that I kind of the immediate note that I had when watching this movie and kind of getting into just the movie in general quickly. Since we're talking about the colors and stuff and how this is a very colorful movie, and I know this is going to be like this pretentious like film bro kind of take, but the movie opens in black and white.
Is that snobby?
No, and this goes. It opens in black and white.
Kind of makes you think color's more important than it is.
Yeah, but here's my thought.
Because I don't know if do the colors hold any symbolic meaning throughout the film. I don't know if they did.
I mean,
with like the costumes and stuff.
There definitely is probably like
something. It feels like there probably is, but it's not really like relevant to the plot.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to well, like I said, I just watched this like less than 24 hours ago, so I can't fully like grasp.
Are you aware of like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, like the way Vincent Gilligan used color?
Mm-hmm.
Where like at first Walt has like, soft colors.
Yeah,
and then he slowly by the end of the show he's wearing like black or whatever.
Yeah, and that's that's character trait.
It's like not. I feel like there's not that level of color theory going on. It feels like it's just like what color would look best to make it pop.
I mean, there definitely is. I mean, you could probably find a like a kind of like a text.
There's probably a lot of video essays,
like a text reading of this movie of like the color and what's used and why it's used. And I just didn't have time to watch something like that so that I can be more in like
because like the
in tune with it. But anyways, what I was saying with color and like kind of going into a technical aspect of it. It opens in black and white, and about halfway through, I just want to kind of get your feel on this before we kind of take a break because my throat is getting a little rash. Or hoarse. What is it? It's
horse. There's a horse. There's either a horse or a frog in your throat, right?
Maybe. Well, no, your throat's hoarse.
Like, when is there like a frog is when you can't talk, right?
Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, it opens. This movie opens black and white, and I was thinking, halfway through, I think the movie would have been a little bit better, and this is kind of going a little bit against what you were saying with about the washout colors. I think that
they spend a lot of time in the desert.
They do, and I think when we are in Los Angeles in the hospital with Roy and the little girl, I think that should have been in black and white.
That too?
That too is in black and white.
Like an Oppenheimer style where like the present and then the fantasy stories where all the color is?
Yeah, I think like it would have, and that's a little gripe, and I just wanted to kind of get your take on like what do you think about that?
Disagree.
Because I think especially with a lot of
the opening being black and white, I think like the prologue or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Well, it opens in black and white, and it ends in black and white.
It does?
Yeah.
How does it end? I don't remember. What's the last scene?
With all the footage of like the very famous dangerous stunts.
Oh, like they're watching the movie that he was in because he's an actor.
It's all like scenes from Buster Keaton, Charlie Chaplin films, and all that. And that's what I'm kind of saying is like, if we opened and closed in black and white, and we had those in betweens in black and white, I think that the color of the story, and like of course you just said Oppenheimer, and it's not really Oppenheimer. This has been done multiple different times.
Yeah.
In film history, but like, the idea that the fantasy color, it also is like it brightens her day, and like almost if you I think
I see what you mean, but I feel like that's not because like I'm thinking of all the colors. Like supposedly you're in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of greens, there's lots of golds, there's lots of oranges, and it looks so good that I wouldn't want that to be in black and white.
But I think like
that would look stupid.
Well,
it wouldn't look stupid. It wouldn't look as good.
I kind of get what you're saying. It wouldn't.
The
look
walls
good,
of the hospital being like teal for no reason.
But even then, that's like prime for black and white because it would add to different shades of black and different shades of white.
You're saying for like a thematic reason.
Yeah, for a thematic reason of like this is, and it also
well,
is like.
Let me counter that by saying the prologue is scenes from the movie that Roy is in. Okay. He's a stuntman, and I guess he breaks his leg or whatever.
That first section is, I'm pretty sure, the aftermath of him getting hurt.
Yes. Okay. So it has to do with film, right? So it's talking about film, and then the very end of the movie, they're watching Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin or whatever, and stuntmen or whatever. So it's about film. So really, this movie's about filmmaking, I think, and like.
It's not so much
because like he's making up the story as he goes. He's directing the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a movie about movies.
I mean, it's a movie about storytelling.
Yeah,
it's not a movie about movies.
Wow. Okay.
In my opinion,
a little meta. It's a little meta. So I think the prologue being in black and white totally works.
Mm-hmm.
To me,
I think it would have added a little bit to the movie.
I mean, I complain about all the time they spent like in the washed out desert. They got to film at the actual Taj Mahal for this, which is ridiculous. So, like, the scenes in the hospital is South Africa. They went to Namibia. They went to a whole bunch of different locations in India, Jaipur. They filmed part where they're on the Charles Bridge in Prague. They went to Fiji, Indonesia, the Andaman Islands, which is in the Indian Ocean. Agra, which I've never even... the city on the banks of the... Right next to the Taj Mahal, I guess. Bali. Chanbeori, which you might recognize as that crazy-ass place in The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, the pit.
The pit.
Yeah. With
all the stairs. Which is an amazing location. Obviously, very cool place to go to. It's in the Indian state of Rajasthan. Rajasthan. They went to Argentina, Italy, Turkey, and France.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. So they go to all these locations.
I'm looking at it. It's very funny. Looking at the locations. Sorry to go back. I just read the original release. The Weinstein Company expressed serious interest, but turned down distributing the film after its founder Harvey Weinstein walked out of the film's cut after 15 minutes during its test screening, since he could not understand the film's plot.
Okay, the plot is not that complicated. Okay,
yeah.
So wow, that says a lot. First of all, that sucks for Tarsum because this movie probably would have been a lot bigger.
Yeah.
But to summarize the plot, dude gets injured while filming a movie, goes to hospital, develops a relationship with a little girl there, and to keep her coming back and like he's manipulating her to get him like more morphine and stuff. He's telling a story that he's kind of making up on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then the girl will interject because she doesn't understand things, and that will change the story. And he's just making it up as he goes. And then the girl finds out that he's so depressed he was trying to kill himself with all the pills. Yeah. And that breaks her little heart. And then Roy kind of sees that's a bad idea. And then like,
yeah.
What is complicated about that, Harvey? What? 15 minutes? I don't understand it.
No, and that's
Bro, watch the whole movie first of all. Well, the less we say about that guy, the better.
Yeah. So,
but he's an idiot for not understanding this film.
So, I mean, like, and that's,
and we get to go on like a little adventure. The story he's making up is like is pirates. Like, what's a buccaneer versus a pirate, which is funny. How can they be pirates if they're in the desert? But whatever. Yeah. Well, they start on an island, right?
No, yeah, and
they do start on an island,
but they're never on like a ship, and they're never like.
No.
They're actually never.
Why is Charles Darwin? It's because he's making it up on the spot. he just throws Charles Darwin into the story,
So the reason why for that is that
which is funny. I like that.
like it's because
He's a
within the story,
globe-trotting adventurer, right?
well, both Darwin and the slave Oda Benga,
Mm-hmm.
they were like, it says that it's like those were kind of stories at the time, stories of the time. So like
Okay.
on Darwin's ideas on of in
What
origins,
era is this supposed to be? Like 1920s?
it's 1920s.
Okay.
It's early 20th century. It's early
Oh, and you know what I love?
So-
I correct me if I'm wrong, but because he's telling the story to the girl, right?
mhm.
She's kind of imagining what the characters look like. The Oda Benga guy, I believe, is the same guy who brings the ice.
Yeah,
right?
no, that's
Yep.
that's like the whole point of it.
Yep.
That's why it's about storytelling.
She imagines Lee Pace as the main guy.
Mhm.
like,
And that's
the
why
Zorro
that's
guy.
why she ends up putting herself in.
Yeah, she puts herself in the story. Who was the Russian guy supposed to be? Was he like the
What Rush?
the guy with the big yellow and red, the Turkish guy?
Oh, he was
maybe.
the one leg.
He's either Turkish or Russian.
He
I
is the
don't know.
one-legged guy.
The
that-
bomb expert.
Yeah, he's the one-legged.
Was he another
guy.
patient?
No, he was the one-legged guy who comes in to talk to Roy, and she goes, "Is he a pirate?"
Oh, so he was like probably one of the guys making the movie.
Yeah, he was one of
Okay.
the actors. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
So-
the nurse becomes the love interest.
Mhm.
It's great. I love that. It's so simple,
Yeah.
but like I love it. And I don't know if does your brain work that way? If you're reading a book, and then like the book describes the character and gives him, traits or whatever. Sometimes it's just easier for my brain to just substitute someone I know as the character when I'm imagining it. Does that happen to anyone else? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, sometimes for me.
I don't know. I
So-
don't like it sometimes because then I have to imagine someone I know is like doing stuff the character's doing. But it's not like a conscious decision sometimes.
Well, yeah, no, and that's what like, even though this movie is like, it's like you said, it's not a hard plot to really understand. It's just
I
basically
can't get over that fun fact with
I
I don't understand this movie at 15 minutes. Bro, it's a slow burn. It's
Yeah.
not like you're I
Well,
could
even
see being
15
like if it was like 15 minutes from like the middle of the movie, I could see being confused.
But even then, it's like 15 minutes in the movie, you get the whole plot of like, this guy is a stuntman.
You have to
You know,
think
you-
about it a little bit. Oh
Yeah.
no.
He's telling a story, and that's like, in that, I think what I'm saying is like, this is such a basic plot. It's
Yeah.
such a like, but it's one of those basic plots that are so well done. It is such an in-depth, like, it has depth to it. Even though I read that it's a mistake, her reading the E as 3 is incorporated into the plot. And it's like that small little detail is definitely the sign of like a well-written story, a well-directed film. And I mean, it's got such beautiful visuals that it still pisses me off that even though I just watched it and I had only heard of it a few years ago, that this was not as big as it is, or it should be.
How did they have the
And it's
budget to
only-
send an entire film crew out to the Namibian desert?
I don't know, but like what I'm saying is that it's like it became a cult classic, and it should have just been a classic, not a cult classic.
You're right.
So
I think so.
that's why I'm kind of like, it's
Maybe before we go to break, I can run through my crappy note. I don't have as many this time,
okay.
but I'll just go through them quickly. I said classical music ass opening.
Okay.
With the black and white segment, because I think they were playing my mind's is a very famous classical piece. I'm assuming like Mozart or something. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. But it was in slow motion too, which is a interesting choice. I don't know if that's like I think the visuals were interesting enough where it was a good hook.
It's
the beginning.
Beethoven Symphony Number 7.
I was gonna say Beethoven, but I wasn't confident.
Mhm.
So anyway, I thought that was an interesting opening. A Tarantino reference. L.A. Once Upon a Time. It said like
No, that's the.
it
Knowing
said,
Tarantino, he probably watched this, calls this movie a piece of shit. Like, doesn't think that this is like a great film at all.
Tarantino wouldn't
And
understand
then-
this movie probably.
And then probably saw it and was like, "That's a great idea. I'm gonna make my movie."
Is
like
that what the title card? It said like L.A. Once Upon a Time or
Mhm.
something.
No, yeah, it does, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Is like, Tarantino is so notorious
Oh.
for being like, this movies are fucking suck, and then stealing everything.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Something that's would never ever be in a Tarantino film because he's actually. I'm not gonna say he's a bad filmmaker, but like, he's not elite. Okay. You know, it would never be in one of his films. That shot with the camera obscura, like the light coming from the keyhole
Mm-hmm.
when she's sitting there, and
the
you
horse
see
is upside
the
down, yeah.
horse outside. That's such a great shot.
Oh, it is.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
straight
agree
up
with you. I
awesome.
agree
What a
with
great
you.
shot. That would be my vote for shot of the movie even. I just said bro would be sunburnt as fuck.
Yeah,
I was thinking about myself in that scene. I was just like,
same. I had the same.
imagine like
thoughts.
filming in the Namibia and you're just like, I don't got a hat on.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I would hate it.
And then I identified like, yep, that's Namibia. I liked the way she was like, just like as a child would. He's like telling the story, and then she's like, "Why?
Oh yeah, and that's but like that's why this movie is such like
it's so charming,
rooted in storytelling. It's like
so charming.
yeah.
You know.
I will say it also is. This is a little side tangent. I have been watching TikToks, and there's this little girl on TikTok, and she's like maybe 3 or 4 years old, but she's like really into Pokemon, and her mom set up this TikTok where it's like
mom exploiting her child.
A little bit, but it's like she has like a mic clip to her. She's not showing the child or anything. It's just like liminal space, honestly, like shots.
What?
It's just like it's shots of like the mall or whatever, but it's like she's got the mic on. This little girl has the mic on, and she's like, mommy, look," and I'm like, that's so fucking charming. Like it's so cute. It's just like, oh my gosh.
We live in a weird age where people are just exploiting their children on TikTok.
But that's
for content.
But that to me is like something like
Weird.
Going to this. It's like hearing her go like what, and then even like the characters in the movie or in the story, like saying what at the same time. It's like, okay, yeah, a child would do this, and it's like you said, it is charming.
Shout out Katinka Untaru, the little girl in the movie. Probably one of the best child acting performances I've ever seen.
Well, and that's one of the things that I kind of picked up on is that I don't think a lot of this is in a sense acting. It's not.
The chemistry between her and Lee Pace is really good.
It's, I mean,
That's good.
There are times where you can tell, like, I don't think they're acting because he's just telling the story that needs to be told. And she will say,
you don't think she's imagine she's like not aware she's in a movie. It's just like a psyop.
I think she's aware. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you have to have, but there are the interlude. There are like little like sections of the movie where, it will cut where she'll be like, "Why?" And then he's like, "Well, because you need to do
and
this."
I like when you can't think of a good reason why.
Yeah, and it's like that to me just felt so improvised, and like there's difference between like a movie feeling improvised and kind of coming off as like a little
that was sloppy,
a little sloppy,
like
a little tacky and stuff, where this is like
being so natural.
Yeah, this is it's improvised, and it feels so natural that at that moment that this little girl would say, "Well, no, I don't want to hear the pirate. I don't want this story about to be about a pirate." And like it even goes into the end where they're like she is crying because he's killing all the characters, and he's like, "I know, but this is just how you have to deal with it." And it's almost like he's still trying to get her to understand, like, I want to kill myself. Like, people will die, I will die, I'm going to do it. I'm going to drink myself to death right here, and you're just gonna like, this is my way of kind of like softening the blow in an odd sense. it's of course he's in a drunken state, but
Well, also
but
she
it's like-
imagines like the Zorro type guy as her
Yeah.
father initially, and then is replaces him with
him,
with
and that's
Lee
what I'm
Pace.
saying. That's what I'm saying of like, with the whole, it feels improvised. It's like those tears feel real because it's not. It's all natural. It's not. There's a difference between feeling improvised and natural. And honestly, I know I've been saying improvised.
Yeah,
It feels natural.
To skip towards the end of the movie, one of my notes is like, when he's like, "Well, it's my story" or whatever, I'm making it up, and then she's like, "It's mine too." It's like, oof.
Yeah, and because she's
My heart-
invested. She's in
My
it.
heart broke.
Yeah, she's put herself into the story, and it's,
I straight up had cardiac arrest. I died.
damn.
That's how heartbroken I was.
Woof.
That mine too. From like,
Yeah.
holy moly. I do like how he's like, there's like this Indian guy, and he's like in a wigwam, but then she thinks of him as like Indian from India, and he's in cowboy films, so he's thinking Native American.
And that's
I like that.
And that's
funny.
That goes into the whole point of that she said it's my story too. It's like, it's her story because she's the one thinking of all of it. We're watching her interpretation of it.
Yeah.
So,
and then I wrote, some of the scenes where they're like they're infiltrating like some of the places they filmed in like India with like royal palaces or whatever, wherever they are. And he says like, and no one would speak to him. He's describing like no one would speak to the characters or whatever. And I was like, that's a good cover to explain why there's 0 extras.
Yeah.
Like in the film.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a good way to do it.
Well, there is that one. I think literally there's probably less than, I would say, 10 people on screen until like the last little
they get like a little bit of an army.
They have like, there's some scenes like in like this them like freeing the slaves.
Did you notice that the soldier guards at the palace or whatever
are the
kind
X-ray?
Yeah,
They make it. There's one scene that honestly, like,
the guy wearing the mask.
I know this
is
gonna sound like a weird comp, but it to me was like,
was that telegraphed too much?
There's one scene in this, and like I said, this is gonna sound like a weird comp, where it's almost like the AR-15 floating in the sky in Weapons to me.
That is a weird comp.
Where it's like, it shows you what it is. Like what like it shows you, like in Weapons, the whole comp is like, oh, the whole kids missing it's like a school shooting, an analogy for school shooting. But like this, it's like they show the guards in the story.
Yeah.
In the real world, and starts to walk down, and then it's like an immediate like, oh,
yeah,
it's an X-ray. It's like, my whole thing with like the AR-15 in the sky and Weapons is like, it's like, I get where you're like, I know I wouldn't have had that idea unless you put it in my face, but I'm kind of upset that you just were like, slap it. Yeah, you're like, I have to tell you. And it's like, because they don't do that with a lot of...
It's just he just walks across the hall. It's pretty subtle.
It's
someone like Harvey would notice.
But the thing with it is that it's very clearly the guard outfit that walks around the corner, and then it cuts to the...
I wouldn't have noticed
X-ray.
Unless the guy walked across the hallway.
But like, I think he's even holding like a sword in that scene.
He's holding a sword, and he's holding something else.
Yeah, and it's
the
so
hospital guy.
Like, as long as it, like I said, it kind of is like one of those things where it's like, okay, I guess I wouldn't. I want to feel smart.
Here's a question
to pick it up, and I feel like they're kind of dumbing me down to like just throwing the answer into my face and being like, "Well, see, this is what it is." And like I said, it's the same as the AR-15.
Here's a question: that concept where like someone's making up a story and they're pulling things from reality, that as a concept, I think I've seen like many different times.
Yeah.
Whether we're talking about like episodes of a TV show or like other movies, I feel like that's not that uncommon. Do you think that's like a detriment? Just because it's not like the most original idea? You know what's another really weird analog? Okay, especially towards the end of the story where he's trying to explain to the little girl. I was just making the story off. I was just making the story up so you'd get me more morphine pills.
Yeah.
Like, it's you've seen Galaxy Quest, right?
I have not seen it fully through.
Okay, when the bad guy in Galaxy Quest, I forget his name. What is? Let me look it up real quick.
Oh my god.
Sorry, it's important.
You're good.
Galaxy Quest characters. Saris in Galaxy Quest. He's because like the whole concept of Galaxy Quest is the aliens think that the Star Trek people are like a real show.
Yeah.
So they base their entire like culture and everything around it, and then they make a real spaceship for them. And so the aliens have like the mind of a child.
Yeah.
And then Saris is like, explain it to them. Explain it as if they were a child. And he's like, Tim Allen is like, we're actors. It's all made up. And just like the reality of it being like a story being made up.
No, yeah. And
do you know what I'm getting at?
No, I get
like
what you're saying.
Analog,
yeah.
Because he has to explain like, I was just making the story up to manipulate you.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it's so honestly that speaks to the strength of Galaxy Quest. That moment is devastating in that movie too.
Yeah.
Any type of movie that does that thing where it's like you have to come clean and like explain the reality of a situation to like an innocent person who didn't know. Oh my god, that is devastating. That is heartbreak times a million. Dude, that part in Galaxy Quest almost makes me cry.
Yeah.
Effective moment in this movie too. Same kind of thing. I like the line Darwin says about only the fittest will survive because he's Darwin. I'm a biology student, so. Bro is Tarzan. I think I was thinking of the Mystic guy.
Yeah.
Who is birthed from a tree. Random.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird. I do like how he was birthed from a tree, though. That's interesting. I said, reminds me of Avatar. And I said, all the ducks in circle? Or all the dudes. Sorry, not ducks. There's no ducks. All the dudes in the circle. You know that? Oh, I remember what I mean now. Like, you know that part where they're like waving their arms around?
Yeah.
There's like a group of people. It was like in Avatar when they're like, we
had two very different comps to that.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
No, I know.
They're like at the life tree.
Yeah, they're at the
or whatever.
It's Darwin writing down the directions, right?
Something like that.
Do
Yeah.
you have
That part.
My immediate thought for that was not Avatar, but you remember the movie? You remember Ice Age?
The sloths.
The sloths going like, like they were like.
You're right. That is same beat. Same beat. Exactly.
It gave the vibe of that.
Also, now that I think about it, it reminds me of there's that movie Koyanis Katsi.
Yeah.
There's a different one. What is it called? It's a really similar where it's like.
Is it the same director and everything?
It might be.
Because I know the guy who directed Koas.
It will come up on IMDb, like like similar movies.
I know what one.
Baraka.
Baraka. Okay.
I started watching Baraka, or it might have been Samsara, one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there's the part where dudes are like doing like a religious thing in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Similar beat. I'm just making connections. That's all. I just thought it was neat. Sorry, that was a long tangent to explain.
Is it by the same director, Godfrey?
Might be
Reggio.
Ron Frick made Baraka.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, and we're not talking about the Mortal Kombat character.
I was gonna say
we are not talking about that guy.
One of the best parts of Mortal Kombat 2, to be honest.
I don't know if I watched Samsara. No, I didn't.
Anyways.
Samsara is another one. Maybe I did watch it.
Okay.
It's hard to remember because those
Yeah.
movies literally don't have characters. It's kind of a weird
Yeah.
thing.
No, yeah.
Did you notice that like in the pharmacy area there was like babies in jars?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Did they pickle babies back then? Why would they do that?
I mean, they would put I mean, it was probably, to be honest, it was probably like a stillborn. It was probably a stillborn baby, so it's probably
hospitals I wouldn't want to be at a hospital in the 1920s.
Yeah, they would fuck you up.
Weird. I thought she was gonna knock it over when she's like trying to get the morphine.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would have been gross. There was like one line where she said like just like a butterfly, and I wrote fucking how.
Don't remember it, to be honest.
I don't remember the line either, but that's funny. She said something about a maybe it's in quotes.
I'm looking it up right now.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to write the full context when I write these notes. I just thought it was funny. And then I wrote, why is he suicidal? I wasn't connecting the dots.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
I figured it out.
Yeah, you kind of have to watch till the end.
I figured it out.
For it, so.
And then the fake out pissed me off.
What fake out?
So
like
the girl like wakes up the next day and then she thinks Roy killed himself, but it was the old guy who died, not him.
I thought you were gonna say something about the anime, which I just remember the whole weird like 50-second animated sequence.
What are you talking about?
When she hits her head, like the animated sequence of like
what
the
was
stop
in
motion.
That? I don't remember that. Are you gaslighting me?
No, it's seriously in it.
I don't. What?
Yeah, there's like a 50-second animated sequence in the fall. Like
what
up.
Was depicted?
It was like her having surgery and stuff. Like straight up.
Yeah, she hit her head.
I'm not even joking. Like we could pull it up on the screen quickly.
I don't fucking remember that part. But okay, I believe.
Anyways, how many more notes?
I saw it 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks ago, Sean.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You know, this is why we gotta watch it.
I think we just brunt force, no break. Let's just.
I said reminiscent on AI.
Movie?
I think my thought there was like the way he's making up the story and kind of taking her prompts, and then we kind of see like what's generated from that. I kind of felt like that's kind of like AI,
or it's just human imagination.
Well, I mean, what is AI but a human creation, right?
Fuck AI. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I was just making a connection there.
Yeah.
To connect it to the big 2026 we're living in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I did say stop motion, so I did take note of the random bit of animation there. And then, okay, well, I just said like, yeah, the characters are from the reality that they're in, like hospital workers and stuff.
Yeah. So
that was my notes.
Okay. Let's just, like I said, let's just steamroll through this.
Okay.
Do you want to do Trivia Corner quickly?
Sure.
I think you really can only call it the Trivia Corner.
The Trivia Fall?
The Triv Fall. There you go.
I like it.
All right.
So in total, there were 28 countries.
Okay.
And it took 4 years to make this shit.
So this was 2000.
He was brewing since 2002. So unlike...
it premiered in 2006, so the final cut was in 2006.
It took 4 years.
It took 4 years to film.
Yeah. So he started in 2002.
Oh, shit.
I can do math. Thank you.
I thought, for some reason,
So this is kind of off the tails of the
Well,
South.
my thought was, like, you filmed the year before, so I thought it was started, like, pre-production probably started in 2000 and started to film in 2000.
He had this brewing
2001 and then probably went till 2000.
This is pretty much right after the
2004.
Cell. So my theory that because the Cell wasn't really wasn't like a huge hit, I think that theory falls apart now because pretty sure it looks like he was greenlit to do this movie pretty much right after the Cell.
Yeah, it definitely is giving a blank check. type.
So no stages or sets were ever used, only existing locations, which is really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Darwin's monkey Wallace is a reference to the naturalist Alfred Russel Wallace, who independently developed the idea of natural selection. Darwin and Wallace represented the theory together, but due to the publication of On the Origin of Species, Darwin usually gets sole credit. The scene on Butterfly Island, when Darwin closes Wallace in this, or he has the monkey in the sack, and says, I have an idea, alludes to him taking sole credit for it.
Okay. Makes sense. I mean, like I said,
that's like an Easter egg for real life.
Like I said, well, like that's why that's what it said is like Darwin. That's the reason why Darwin is in the movies, because that stuff
shows how stupid our education system is in America. Because I'm a biology student. You know how many times I've heard of Darwin and that like was taught like,
and you've never heard
evolution,
of Wallace.
And I've heard of him, but like rarely have I ever thought about Alfred Russel Wallace. So one of the significant plot developments, Alexandria's misinterpreting the letter E as the number 3 in a note written by Roy, was derived from an accidental misreading by the 6-year-old actress during filming, which the director then realized he could adapt into a clever twist in the story.
And that's what I was kind of getting at, is like it's stuff like that it's improvised, but it's the type of improvisation that is just, it feels natural. Like, it's not like I've had this funny line, like I've had this funny line in my head. Like, you know, the 6-year-old isn't going, I have this funny line in my head. I'm going to say, instead of E, I'm going to say 3. And then I'm going to be like, oh no, that's a 3. What are you talking about? You know,
well, speaking to more of that genius in filming with a child actor, Singh shot the hospital scenes with Katinka in chronological order. As filming progressed over the course of several weeks, she grew taller and her English improved, just like her character would have in real life. She also lost her 2 front baby teeth right before shooting began, so filming in sequence allowed for the continuity of the gap between her teeth to remain consistent.
Okay.
So he did everything in order. Which I feel like most of the time when you're making a movie, I feel like that would be easier. But I guess if you have to build sets and stuff, it makes it more complicated.
Yeah.
But a miscommunication between the casting agent and Katinka, the little girl, led her to believe that Lee Pace was a real-life paraplegic. Director Tarsum Singh found that this brought an added level of believability to their dialogue, so he decided to keep almost the entire cast and crew under the same impression. Singh had to speak to the actor playing Alexandria's father and explain that his role was smaller than it appeared, since the script implied that he played the role of the bandit, which is actually played by Pace, in the fantasy scenes. Apparently it was hard to keep up the lie. A makeup artist walked into a room to find Pace standing and almost passed out from shock.
That's funny. That's actually really funny.
That is funny.
Well, I like these to add on to your...
There's more.
Yeah, I know.
There's more, baby. Let's go. The cinematic poster for this movie is based on the Salvador Dali painting, 1935-03 Face of Mae West, which may be used as an apartment circa 1935. Yeah. Which I think kind of is the movie was in the 20s, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
Well,
oh, the mask. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That is very Dali-esque. Makes sense. What do you know?
You already talked about the Peter Jackson one.
Jitu Verma, the Indian guy, owned most of the horses in the film.
I thought that was very interesting, actually.
His stables are based in Mumbai. Very cool.
The one that I noticed is that The Princess Bride, The Wizard of Oz, and Baraka, the movie you were just talking about, has served as inspirations. So
validated. Yes. This movie was inspired by a Bulgarian movie.
Yep.
Yo Ho Ho, which maybe the pirate
theme right there.
Pirate element.
And then also David Fincher and Spike Jonze are credited as presenting the film. They actually had nothing to do with it. They were just
a marketing stunt.
They were just really. Like, we like this. But
they're helping out their buddy.
But like that's the other thing is, like I said, with kind of, I mean, there's what was it? There's a movie called Hero from 2004. It's my Blu-ray of it is it says Quentin Tarantino presents. There was just a movie, RZA just put out a movie called Spoonful of Chocolate, and it's like Quentin Tarantino presents, and I'm like, more than likely Quentin Tarantino just lent his name to the thing. He didn't actually like, he didn't really actually like produce it, if I recall. So
I gotta say, I think this might be the best trivia section we've ever had from the IMDb. There's a lot of them. Tarsem Singh claims that there are no visual effects in the film despite its surreal imagery. Everything was shot on real locations, but there are about a dozen people credited as visual effects in the credits.
Yeah.
So
liar.
Maybe to touch things up. While trying to get financing for the film, Tarsem put together a small memory box, much like Alexandria, and used it as a tool during pitch meetings.
Okay.
I love that. That's kind of cool. Tarsem stated to Empire magazine that the story writing took 20 years and location scouting 17 years. Is this like his baby? This is like...
Probably.
This is like his lifetime...
I mean,
this
going
is like
down, it's the only film that he also wrote the screenplay. So,
dude, this is to Tarsem Singh as Avatar is to... Why am I blanking?
James Cameron.
James Cameron, thank you. The Big Jim. The horses used by the bandit and his crew in many scenes are of the Marwari breed, native only to the deserts of India, and known for the distinctive lyre or scimitar-shaped ears. That's cool. That's a fun fact right there. The film's title is in reference to stuntman Roy Walker's accident.
Yeah.
Okay,
now you're getting down into the...
okay, not all of the...
like, it's just like, oh, did you know that this is that? Did you know that's that? Like, there's literally like 5 facts here there.
For the scenes of Alexander the... Oh, that was supposed to be Alexander the Great?
Yeah, the first, like, fantasy, yeah.
Where the shots in Rome, a production assistant was doubling for Kim Uhlenbroek, who was one of the actors. Production assistant. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Hey, you got the look. We don't need to see your face in this scene. You're perfect. I like that.
All right.
Let me see. Is there any good ones left? I don't think so.
Probably. All right, we
can move on.
Yeah, okay. While we're doing this, we're just gonna kind of power through because we're almost
That was a good fact section, wasn't it?
It was a good fact section.
I'm falling for the fall.
We're almost 2 hours into the pod, so we're just gonna keep it going. Relax and Rewind awards long list nominations. So I think we fully have just taken out best scenes. So I'm just gonna get rid of that. Lead
best costumes.
I will definitely put in this in best costumes along with Life
Straight
Aquatic.
out, everyone was dripped out.
Yeah. Best lead performance. I'm gonna put this to you right here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to put Lee Pace.
No.
I want to put the little girl.
Katinka.
I want to put Katinka.
Untaru.
Yeah, as lead performance. I want to put Lee Pace in supporting performance.
Yo, you think he's this?
I think
he's not the lead. I think he's. I think
he's the lead. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna play a little like.
I think Katinka is the star here.
I think that's what I'm saying is that I think a lot of people would put Lee Pace as lead. Katinka is supporting.
So she'd be like 20 years old ish.
She is 29. I looked that up. I saw.
Does she still do movies?
No, because I was wondering. Because I remember when watching this, I was like, she's
That's kind of the goal. If you're okay, imagine being a child actor. You get to make a bunch of money from being in like one movie, and then you can just retire.
But she probably didn't make a lot of money.
I don't know.
A lot of money.
Probably not like nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's...
Especially in this movie where she is like... She's kind of the lead. Like, she's the lead opposite Lee. You know what I'm saying? that's not nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, exactly. Well, according to both Letterboxd and Mubi, wait, let me just double check. What
The costumes
yeah,
were
this is
10
her
out of 10
only.
for
This is
sure.
her only movie.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
The costumes definitely are 10 out of 10.
So I'm gonna put her in lead. What do you think?
I'm fine with that.
I'm thinking lead and then Payson supporting.
Sure.
I know it's like a little backwards, but I think it makes sense. So, best one scene wonder. I was going to put forward to you. Do you think there's any like one scene?
Is there anyone that's only in one scene?
I was gonna. The one scene wonder is kind of like up in the air. Because I mean,
Maybe the bad guy at the end,
I was gonna say
who was not really that memorable.
Yeah,
to be
I was gonna
honest.
say
He has a cool.
This
like,
is kind of
the,
a weird.
The picture on IMDb where he's dead in the lily pond is kind of. That's a painting, bro.
Yeah,
That's straight out. That's
See,
an
like,
amazing
this is the
visual.
thing with a lot of this is that I'm like, maybe there is no one scene wonder, so maybe we just we can't put anyone on our long list for our awards at the end of the year.
Does one scene? I forget the rules. Is one scene wonder referring to like someone's acting in a scene or just a scene?
It's just like it's like not quite a supporting character.
Just someone who's only in there for like a second.
Yeah, he's like you can
This movie doesn't have one.
Like
I don't think.
Like here I'll pull up what we did for like a Life Aquatic, where I think we definitely kind of like
stretched
it a little bit, where we had Sue George as one of our one scene wonders, where he's like in the entire movie, so technically we could put someone from like the little posse. But I mean,
I feel like it doesn't apply to this movie.
I that's what I'm saying, is that like really there's only two performances. Maybe you could say Justine Waddle as the nurse. Like you could kind of say maybe she's like someone that's a little bit more.
Can I espouse another criticism?
Yeah,
I know he's making up the story, and it's like literally like. The kind of like the love interest for the bandit is like the princess lady. They didn't spend more than 2 seconds developing that. Really, they didn't. That wasn't like. They didn't focus on that very much. But the nurse lady's not really much of a character.
No, but I mean, anyways, I'm not gonna put anyone for one scene wonder.
I wish that was developed a little bit more. Honestly,
I don't think there's a one scene wonder.
Yeah.
Best character, I put Roy and Alexandria.
Yeah. Not that I like all the other guys. They look cool.
I was also gonna put.
I do like what is he? Is he supposed to be Russian or Turkish? I don't know. The bomb guy. It's kind of fun. He had dynamite.
Yeah.
And the Mystic is kind of weird. The Mystic kind of reminds me of the hobo behind the diner in
Do you want to put the Mystic in there?
No.
Okay. Do you want to put Luigi, the bomb guy? Because I think honestly he
had some aura, but I don't know if it's enough. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna put him as best character because
the Indian guy maybe had the best costume. The green was slick.
Yeah, but just because
he doesn't say anything.
Just because he has the best costume,
he has no lines. He's silent.
Just because he has the best costume doesn't mean he's the best character. Honestly, Luigi kind of goes out pretty spectacularly.
That was kind of cool.
So I'm just gonna keep Luigi, and then there's really only 2 songs in the movie. Which, do you really want to put Symphony No. 7 by Beethoven in there?
It's a classic.
All right.
I mean, for this movie,
yeah,
that's the only option really. What was the other one?
It was a song that was written for the movie. That's like the end credit song.
Oh,
so
it's weird. I don't remember any scoring.
There is a score, and it's
really subtle.
It's a very subtle score.
I bet you it's good. It's just I don't remember it. You know.
The score is by Krishna Levy, who is a French film score composer. This is, it looks like his only American film, maybe? Hold on. Yeah,
maybe that's like the type of thing I'll probably give like a listen to on like a random random day just to see.
I mean, on Letterboxd, The Fall is his top film, but his next two are 8 Women and My Sex Life, or How I Got Into an Argument. So
imagine being the guy who has to score that.
Hey.
Well,
so
man, what that sucks for that guy. I feel like, or person. Was it a woman? I don't know.
No, it's a guy.
Krishna?
It's a guy.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put Symphony Number 7. Well, I'll definitely take a listen to the score and maybe put it in our long list.
I feel like it must not have been that prominent, but
Norton to Ruffalo Hulk Award for actor you replace. And with who? The only one that came to mind is Luigi. Do you know who Jim Broadbent is?
I was gonna say he kind of looked like Kenneth Branagh, but
I mean,
no, I don't know who you're talking about.
Jim Broadbent. He's a. You have to look him up, but he's a British actor. He's been in, like, Harry Potter. He was in. The thing that I know him from is Moulin Rouge.
Okay.
But I think he has the same vibe as the guy who played Luigi, and kind of looks somewhat similar. But I think, like, honestly, like, get Jim Broadbent in there. I think this might have been an interesting, a little more interesting movie. So, have you pulled up a picture of Jim Broadbent?
No. Do you want me to?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Jim Broadbent.
Broadbent. You think he looks like him?
I think he would. Look at his.
I guess.
Put Moulin Rouge in there.
Okay.
Put his look in Moulin Rouge, which would have been around the same time as filming for this movie.
Nah, I'm not feeling that one, Sean.
Okay.
To be honest, I kind of the mustache. I get it.
Okay.
Like,
anyways, that's the only one that came to mind.
I don't love the guy who played Darwin. To be honest, he didn't look like a young Darwin.
I mean,
I know it's just a made up story here.
Well, he's also in 28 Days Later, which is really funny.
Is he?
Because I was, like, wondering who he was, and he's the army dude at the last 30 minutes, who's in the dress making dinner, who, like, fucks up dinner in 28 Days Later.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was like, I know him from somewhere, and I finally just, like, looked it up, and I was like, oh, he's in 28 Days.
Leo Bill is his name.
I'm like, oh, he's in 28 Days. Okay, cool.
Leo Bill.
Speaking of Kenneth Branagh, Dutch Angle Award for Best Shot of the Film.
I'm gonna the camera obscura through the keyhole.
I was gonna say camera obscura. There is also one where all the I think it's at Darwin's death scene, but where all the
that was at the Chan.
Yeah, where all of them are, like, kind of running down. I mean, this it really is like a painterly movie. Like, every frame.
The Chan's Bayori. I'm butchering it. The Dark Knight Rises location.
Yeah, I think like that, but, like, seeing all of them kind of, it almost
walk down the steps.
Very much MC Escher like, where it was, like, kind of coming, where it's all, like.
That's one of the best. That's the scene where they had a lot of extras.
Yeah, so I was like, that's a really cool shot. I also like the camera obscura, and then the one that I kind of thought was a little underrated, in all honesty, is the shot of the fade from the butterfly that was sent to Darwin into the island itself.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was, like, a nice little, like, match cut fade. That
must have something to do with my note.
So,
like a butterfly, fucking how?
So it was very interesting. Anything that you can think of?
Well, any shot of just, like, the landscape is pretty good.
I also
even
like
that, like, moonscapey location I complained about being so gray.
Mm-hmm.
There's that one part where they walk down the hill and then they follow the mystic guy and they're like that lush green out of nowhere. It's pretty trippy.
I mean, that's a lot of it just kind of, and a lot of the colors pop in it. So.
That part in Namibia is crazy. But I mean, in terms of, like, actual camera tricks, the camera obscura thing was probably the best.
So, okay, camera obscura. My favorite, Muppet Mayhem. I think this is a prime movie for Muppet Mayhem, to be honest with you. Hear me out. Lee Pace is the only. This is prime Muppet.
I don't know.
Lee Pace.
I don't know if this movie lends itself to that kind of goofiness.
I think if they played it correct, if they like, it's
what if in the
story.
fantasy scenes they were all Muppets?
That's what I'm thinking. Is Lee Pace is the only human in the fantasy sequence, but everything else in those fantasy sequences
I feel like
are Muppets.
I feel like he should be like himself telling the story, but then like
Kermit is playing him. Like
Kermit's playing him in the fantasy sequence or something. Just be goofy, something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I definitely think it can't be Muppets in the real world. It has to be in that fantasy sequence.
Yeah.
It's just iconic, like, you know,
sure,
Wizard of Oz type. So,
mm-hmm.
Don't really think there's a Dark Side of the Rainbow award that we can give out.
We should have. Do we? Oh, we kind of have the Lego set thing, but I was like, filming locations.
We do. We'll get to that one.
Maybe we should have like scouting report, like best scouted locations.
Well, we do have the Bone Temple Award for best movie location.
Okay, that kind of encompasses everything.
So, honestly, I think like I said,
they went to the Taj fucking Mahal. That's got to be up there.
It is, but I also think like, in all honesty, all the stairs and everything, I think that might be my kind of go-to location.
Let's try to say it one more time. Chand Beori.
I don't know. I'm not trying to. I don't have it in front of me.
It's a real place.
So. The Cure Lighter Award for best prop.
The mask.
The mask. I was just gonna say the mask.
Mask. Any of the costumes.
I was gonna say not the mask that the bandit wears, like that red mask. I want the mask that the girl is wearing in like real life. That's made from the newspaper.
Ow.
I'm like, that's just like that's.
Oh yeah, that's. So the bad guy at the end of the fantasy part was, I guess, his acting rival.
Yeah.
That was a weird bit where they cut the holes out of the newspaper. Mm-hmm. Why did they do that?
I don't know. We did a Lego set setting.
It's like, I'm trying to think, is there any other props? I don't think so. I mean, maybe like the bow and arrow,
the sword, the guns that the one. Honestly, I just want the bandits like outfit. I think that's the sleeveless kind of like black with the
I would say like the shots where you're real up close to it, you can kind of tell it's not like, maybe some of the materials are kind of cheap, but like from far away, it looked good.
Yeah, I would want. I mean, the bandit's costume as well.
I don't know. I think the Indian guy had the best costume. The green. The green was sexy.
I think the bandit had the best, honestly.
The green was sexy. Come on.
Okay. I mean, they all look good, but
and the
except for Darwin, honestly,
Darwin had no drip. He was the only one. It was like a weird
stupid ass like
peacock thing, but it was like black and white,
big ass furry like pink and white. And
I didn't like
coat.
his drip. You're right.
Yeah, his drip was bad.
I did like the red dress, a mask combo that the
the
nurse lady wears in the story.
That's probably where you were saying like a butterfly, because that's where she kind of
they use that image in the trailer because it's a visually stunning kind of costume.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a good prop, the mask thing.
It would
going to like a masquerade ball.
It's nice
or something.
It is nice. I mean, just the masks, like I said, in general. Lego set setting. Anything that you can think of?
Well, I think they absolutely should make one of Chand Beori. The location from The Dark Knight Rises.
This is such like an architect set though. It's a Lego. Like I mean,
Taj Mahal, dude. That's a great.
There literally
Lego
is a Taj Mahal Lego set. So,
I mean, that's a pretty good. You know what's funny? I don't think it registered to me that was the Taj Mahal when I'm watching the movie.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know how clear they show it.
It's the Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
Matinee or midnight, or do you want to do matinee or midnight movie?
This feels like more of a matinee to me. I don't know. Feels like a daytime movie.
I'm just gonna skip that one. Double feature picture show. What's a good double feature?
Well, probably The Cell.
The Cell.
I haven't seen The Cell or know anything about it, but it's a Tarsem Singh movie, and I want to see it.
There is a movie that I feel like I just recently watched where it's just like every single shot of this
reminded you of it.
Looks like a painting.
Big Fish.
Okay.
I don't even like that movie, but I keep seeing stuff that reminds me of it. So maybe there's something to that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of what I just. There's just one movie. I'm looking at my Letterboxd and I'm like, it's not the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh, it's not? Why not?
Oh, no. You know what I did think of though?
What?
During this? Kind of got the same vibe as, not the same vibe, but definitely looked very much like Sarat.
Big Fish is a record, like similar movie
Mm-hmm.
in IMDb.
Like Sarat kind of gave, not the same vibe, but the
Sarat came up.
Yeah, just the visuals.
It's not
the
like
visuals
Sarat at all.
The visuals in like the desert kind of give the same vibe. I genuinely don't know what I'm thinking of.
What?
Like the paint, like a painterly, like every single shot.
Painterly? Is that a word?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just the idea that like this could, like every single frame of this movie could be put up in like a museum and it would just be beautiful to look at. I'm trying to think of the last.
Gotta describe it.
I'm trying to.
I think this would pair nicely with Baraka or Koyanis Katsi or some of those other like Samsara.
Yeah.
I think it'd pair nicely with any of those.
I'm just looking at
like really nicely actually. It's like from this. It's like the branch from the same tree.
I'm looking at my 5-star reviewed movie, seeing if I can find it from there. Oh my gosh! Literally, it's not on there. What the hell? What the hell? Ooh. I know it's not very different, but like Train Dreams, that one I think is the one where I'm.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, I did. I thought that a lot of the shots were very beautiful.
That's got Edgerton in it, right?
Yes.
I need to see that.
That or Nickel Boys, just kind of in the sense of like these are very beautifully shot films. Those two would probably be they're very different. I'm
thinking of like Shutter Island, but like Shutter Island's too much of a horror film kind of thing. But like if there was a Shutter Island that's good, like a positive Shutter Island, I think that would be a good pairing. I don't know what that would be though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd vote like Baraka or something.
I mean, you could always go like, oh, I want to watch like, you get out of that and you're like, you know what, I'll watch Buster Keaton or Harold Lloyd or Charlie Chaplin. I mean,
thematic like there's a connection.
So like you could do Safety Last or like The Kid or Buster Keaton's The General or something like that. And those 1920 stuntmen movies.
The Fall Guy. The Fall and the Fall Guy.
It's Ryan Gosling and Lee Pace. Lee Pace and Ryan Gosling should do a movie together, honestly. That'd be kind of sick.
I just want to see Lee Pace and more stuff.
I kind of fuck with that movie. One Night Stand or Comeback Kid.
I would watch this again.
I'd watch it again. It's a good like.
I need a long bit of time to kind of forget what it looks like and then come back to it.
Yeah. And then final one, rating out of 10.
Good question. Because I feel like the visuals are amazing, costumes are amazing, the core heart of the story is great.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when you're first starting off and you're kind of getting into the pattern where she's going to come and see him every day and tell a little bit more of the story.
Yeah.
And then the story is... I feel like off the bat, the first time you go into like the fantasy bit, I don't think you're sold yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think you have to go back there a couple times.
Well, the good thing about that is that it starts with the Alexander the Great kind of a story, so it kind of gets you like into the fantasy before you get into the main fantasy. So you're kind of
right.
Like, so I mean, I would say that's kind of, for me, I'm like fine with it. Like I will.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I forgot that bit with Alexander the Great is the part they filmed in Namibia, where he's like, we don't have enough water, and then they bring back the bucket, but it's not enough water for everyone.
So he dumps
it out. That's kind of neat in a way, but that is that's so far from where Alexander the Great was on the earth anyway. But Yeah, so I feel like you have to go into the fantasy world a couple times before you it's a slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when the movie, it's kind of a slow-ish paced movie. I think about the halfway mark, you're sold enough to where you want to, like, it's a slow burn. That's all I gotta say. I would give it like I feel like once you're in the fantasy world, though, the supporting characters, like, are kind of useless. They're not exuding personality or anything. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. I get what you're saying.
And I feel like they weren't super important to the plot of the story within the story. Kind of. I feel like that could have been a little bit stronger. So I'd give it like an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay. I'm going to give this just a solid 8 for right now.
That's fair.
Like I said, this is definitely one that I'm like, this might be one that I'm like, if I'm bored, I'm like, you know what? I want to show my friend, like, if we were to like have Graham over and be like, let's watch a movie, or fuck it, let's watch The Fall. It's just this nice looking movie that we can just kind of sit and just like we don't have to Mystery Science Theater 3000 it. Yeah. And we're just kind of chilling, we're just watching it.
It's not like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. But yeah, no, I said, it's a solid 8. So.
I feel like this movie, like several others, was a little bit overhyped for me, where I was told that, like, this movie's so visually stunning, you'll be like a changed person. It's like, well, no. Yeah. But it was good. Don't get me wrong. Definitely looked good. But the hype, I feel like it got like maybe 85% of the way to all the hype. So I'm sticking with my 85.
Okay.
My 8.5.
All right. Yeah, and I'm, like I said, I'm sticking with my 8. So that was The Fall. Now it is my turn. What do you think? What do you think? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? And I'm thinking.
What do I think you're thinking?
Yeah. What movie do you think I'm thinking of?
I don't even remember which one you mentioned earlier, but don't pick that one.
It's Bee Monkey, baby. No. We're doing Bee. No, it's not Bee Monkey. This is a movie though that we did talk about. We just talked about it off mic, and you brought it up that you have a copy of it.
Oh yeah, that one. I don't even remember what we're talking about still, but don't pick that one.
Why not?
Because I didn't want to watch it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm good. Well, you're gonna have to, because it's been in kind of.
Oh, was it Rocket Man?
Let me say it. It's been kind of in the back of my mind.
I don't want to watch Rocket Man.
I gave it a 4 out of 5. I definitely like it, especially with like, it came out around Bohemian Rhapsody's release.
Biographical music artist film.
Music biopics have been kind of hot. We got to kind of strike while the iron's hot. And with Michael.
No. I don't want to watch Rocket Man.
Oh my gosh.
I don't like Elton John music that much.
Well, it sucks to be you, because we are doing Rocket Man.
Is there a veto system?
Nope. No veto system.
Man.
I saw this movie twice in theaters.
You saw it twice, and why don't you pick something you haven't seen before?
I have seen it twice in theaters. I have seen it twice out of theaters. And it's just kind of stuck in, like, you brought it up and I was like, you know what? I haven't seen it.
Why did I bring it up?
I have
actually. I don't think I did. I brought up the other one.
No, you did. The last time I watched it, kind of funny. The last time I watched it, June 4th, 2022. So that was 3 years.
4.
So almost 4 years ago, it was the last time I saw it, and honestly, I really like it.
Can you stop mentioning the concept of time? It's giving me anxiety.
And have you seen it?
Rocket Man? No. Yeah. It's been sitting on my shelf for.
I have a feeling you might. I know you're making fun of it, but so it stars. But do you know who it stars?
No.
It stars Taron Egerton.
Okay.
Who is?
It's Edgerton.
Edgerton.
Don't say Edgerton.
I thought I said Edgerton.
You did, and then you corrected yourself for some reason.
I don't know.
You incorrectly corrected yourself.
I'm thinking of Joel. I'm thinking of Joel Edgerton. Is his Edgerton?
Aren't they brothers?
No, they're not brothers. I know that, but
Edgerton.
Anyways, Taron Egerton of Kingsman fame. He stars as
not to be confused with Eddington.
Yeah,
I don't want to watch
just bought that on Blu-ray the other day.
Oh my god,
I really like Egerton. Eddington.
Eggman.
We're gonna watch a
Sonic
Eggs.
movie.
We're gonna
direct
watch
to DVD. Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
But it's Taron Egerton, Jamie Bell, Richard Madden, Bryce Dallas Howard, Kit Connor.
Bryce Dallas Howard's in it?
Yes. Kit Connor, who is kind of like, it's a young Kit Connor who's been kind of popping off lately. But I mean, the best part of this movie is that it's produced also by Elton John. Like it's not produced by, he's an executive producer, and he was like, I'm going to work on this with you, and it's R-rated. It's not Bohemian Rhapsody.
Look
Michael.
what happens when you don't help. Like the Freddie Mercury movie or whatever.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like Brian May and whoever the drummer is, were executive producers on it, and were there on set every day, and was like, we're not going to tarnish our reputation. I mean, there's that scene in Bohemian Rhapsody where it's like Freddie Mercury is doing coke and is like, we're going to stay up all night, and Brian May's like, actually, I'm going to go home and settle down with my wife. And in actuality, he had like 3 wives that he all like cheated on or something like that because he was doing coke. So I'm not going to spoil a lot of it, but I definitely think I have a feeling that you're going to enjoy it maybe more. And if not, then we just have another Speed Racer episode where I'm like, oh my God, I love Rocket Man. And you're like, fuck this.
I don't know. Music biopics do not interest me.
I know, but
I think this was one of the first ones in that wave, though, so maybe it's not horrible. Right?
I think it's more mid-wave. I think it was more middle of, like...
Are you going to see Michael?
Maybe, I don't know.
I feel like you'll end up seeing it.
Maybe
I can tell you I do not want to watch Michael.
I don't want to watch Michael either.
Because they're going to skip over some important stuff.
See, the thing with Michael is that it ends in 1986. Or it ends in 1988. It literally ends, and I know because
you've looked into it.
I still work at the theater, so I'm like, I know every single time that when it ends, because all I hear is just a very muffled, "Cause I'm bad, and that's all I hear. So it literally ends in 1988.
I'm gonna say something controversial. I don't really like Michael Jackson's music that much.
Me neither.
I would say I like Elton John's music more. I see, like Elton John, it's like I can appreciate that it's good, like musically, even if it's not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, and this one, like I said, I don't know.
Same with Michael, but
I don't know.
Like, Elton John's a better artist in my opinion.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know how you're going to feel, but next week we'll find out when we cover Rocket Man. Maybe we can get Graham on there.
I would. He's going to be like, because his pick before our great lapse in podcasting was the Rocketeer.
Yeah.
And we're doing Rocket Man? That's kind of ironic.
Is this going to be the
We never actually did Rocketeer.
We never actually do Rocket.
Can we do Rocket Man and Rocketeer, like a twofer?
Do you want to record 2 episodes? These have been 2 hours plus.
No, we'll do one at a time.
Okay.
Can I pitch my idea real quick? Can I pitch the idea of a Backrooms episode, even though it's something currently that's, by the end of the month, it's going to be in theaters? We need to strike while the iron's hot.
We'll talk off.
We'll get clicks.
We'll talk off mic.
I'm telling you.
We're going to talk off mic, so... All right, well, we'll see you next week for
Sean,
Rocket Man.
Where can the people find you?
Yes, you can find me at filmworker_ on Letterboxd. You can also find this podcast on Spotify at Relax and Rewind, and on YouTube at After the Credits is the channel. Where can they find you, Trevor?
Trevzilla on Letterboxd. And I do have a YouTube channel, HIDDENTREVOR, Hidden Trevor, where you can find hidden treasures. Presented by me, Trevor.
Look at that.
But I haven't been super active on that. I'm sorry, Grandma and Mom and Dad. I'm working on a new video, and I'm going to start uploading a lot more, I promise. So it's been a couple months.
Well, we'll look forward to that. So.
Yeah.
And also look forward to next week when we cover Rocket League. So we'll see you then. Bye.